Hey everyone, it's my daily check-in, and for a minute I thought maybe I wouldn't, but it's like no, I like doing this, and so I'm gonna keep doing it. I worked on music yesterday. That's my plan for today. Is to it's kind of like I've got my I've got the Pandora's box open, so I'm working today. But musically, I want to share a couple things because I have made almost 800, not over 800 videos, and you think by now I've shown you most of my records, or at least half of them, and I really, really, really haven't. I've, I've, I'm at the point where I only have a vague idea of what I've shown, but I'm certain there are records that I have not shown, and I'm going to try to show two that I don't think I've shown before. If I have, I was amazed when I showed the Sugarcane Harris that someone actually came back and said, "You showed that before." It's like, I know that person's not keeping track, but maybe people can help me. Anyway, I'm playing this right now. It's a reissue of his album from the 60s on the Mainstream label originally. It's a band called The Growing Concern. And I'm listening to it now. Really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. Funny how I was making all those comments about the past, and here I am listening to the past. Well, notice I'm always thinking about everything all the time. No statement is ever absolute. Leastways, if you say it's absolute, that's foolish. Everything changes. Anyway, this has that not pseudo psychedelic, but pop psychedelic sound is what I would say. It's like there's a girl singing with harmonies, there's a harpsichord in there, medium tempo. Makes me think of Tiffany lampshades, or maybe I got the wrong word, but those beaded lampshades and the beaded curtain separating the rooms. In other words, this is a period piece and it's lovely. This is a reissue on the Radioactive label. 1,000 copies. I have number 315. The second song is starting off with a little bit of chant, like Gregorian chant mixed with some kind of Eastern flavored guitar. This is actually, as I'm listening to this, is fantastic. Someone had asked me if I were going to do any more psychedelic contestants, and I just kind of, when people ask me to do stuff like that, I easily lose interest, and so I won't call this a psychedelic contestant. I have to check and see if my friend, I haven't looked at his blog in a long time, because that was the purpose, was to link that with his blog. Maybe he wants some more, maybe he doesn't. But this is a psychedelic album that I'm showing. And it sounds good this morning. The Growing Concern on Mainstream. Probably says where this is from. I get the impression, this listing, I bet this band is from the East Coast. It does not say right quick. But record supervised by Bob Shad, who was involved in all kinds of stuff back in the day. Growing Concern, that's what I'm listening to this morning. Another album in my collection that I'm glad I kept, because when I bought it, I didn't know what it was. When I've gone to play it at different times, it hasn't settled. It'll like be parts, and then it'll get to a song. It's like, yeah, And I pulled it out again, really wanting to get into it, and I'm glad I've kept it. Ear Trumpet. This is kind of a post-punk project that I never hear about. What we have here is Tony Barber from the Buzzcocks, Steve Severin from Susie and the Banshees. Who's the other person? Oh, and B.C. Gilbert from Wire. That's who Ear Trumpet is, plus one other person. This has elements of The Fall, Public Image, and Wire all wrapped up in it. I've never heard anybody talk about this record. Public Image Limited, Buzzcocks, Wire, Susie, members involved. The sound really is somewhere between Wire and Public Image. I was surprised. It's like, why did it take me so long to get this? I mean, for it to settle on my earbuds correctly. Ear Trumpet, Bring on the Dirt. This was a late night listen last night. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the fun things about collecting records is rediscovering my own collection. And as they say in England, I'm a bit skint. In other words, the money that I have, I'm acting like I don't have it. I'm really proud of myself. I went on my walk yesterday. I ended up in the market yesterday. I didn't buy any records. Did I see any I wanted? Yes, but I didn't buy any. Got to be good to myself sometimes. I could go on for a while. I was thinking about, well, I was thinking of pulling my Love albums if I can get to them real quick. I just have a couple of Love albums. I have more than this. Where's my other one? Okay. Okay, then I look and then something is misfiled. I have to. There it is. Okay. My chair is messing up. I have a wheel on my chair that comes off. I woke up thinking, how cool it'd be to call today's post Love. I guess recently when I did that post about rare birds, someone thought I was talking about Charlie Parker. And then another post where I said something, people thought I was referring to something else. I thought, well, that'd be fun to just call the post Love, and people will probably think I'm ranting about something, and then I'll show. Okay, so Love. You know, I still remember hearing Little Red Book on the radio for the first time as a little boy. The reason why it stood out was because it rocked hard. It was a real neat sound. It was a real news sound in rock. But the guy singing was obviously black, and that meant a lot to me. That was real important to me. This guy's black. This is rock. Ooh, this is cool. Again, being a child of the 50s and the 60s, this stuff was extremely important to me. To see people breaking through and showing that black people were human. It was real important to me, y'all. So here we have Love. And this is an original copy. It's slightly beat, but I'll show you. I got this from the original owner who bought it when he was a teen. I can almost call the cat's name. Love. This is an original copy. It's slightly beat, but I'm really happy I have an original. Arthur Lee worked with Jimi Hendrix, as you all know. And Arthur Lee was another one of those groundbreaking figures in trying to bust down those doors of racism in American music. Here we have Love Revisited. This is like a greatest hits album. And the cover's beat because I found this at a Goodwill or a thrift store probably 25 years ago. Hey Joe, Sign DC, 7 and 7 is Orange Skies, Alone Again, or you know. So just so that I can go ahead and follow up with my idea, I'm going ahead and showing the 3 Love albums that I own on vinyl. I have Forever Changes on CD. If it's right handy, I think it is. I'll grab it in a second. The last Love album I have has the best cover, but of the 3 that I have is the worst record. Love. What is the name of this? Out Here. Parts of this album are just terrible. Look at that killer-ass cover. You know, I'm just being blunt in my assessment. This album doesn't match the cover. Only in part. There's a couple parts here that deserve this cover. Overall, this album is wretched in my opinion. I'm keeping it without a doubt. This is a collector's item. This record doesn't deserve this cover. Arthur Lee, rest in peace, but y'all did too many drugs on this session. You basically farted away half of the time of this record. I'm just busting your asses because I'm a musician and I can hear what's going on this record. Too many drugs. But is this an absolute keeper? Damn well better believe it is. This is for you, David Sequoia Flame. Blue Thumb, baby. I love that label too. And was intrigued by it when I saw it as a teen for the first time. Blue Thumb. It says, ooh, what's that about? For some reason, it struck me as decadent, dark, intriguing. So those are the 3 Love albums I have on vinyl. I'm going to just step over here if I can grab my Forever Changes CD real quick too. Yeah. And don't have it on vinyl, but I do have Forever Changes. And this is their best, in my opinion. For my taste, this is their best album, Forever Changes. Alone Again Or is a fantastic song. And More Again. Red Telephone. The Good Humor Man. He sees everything like this. Bummer in the Summer. I love this album. Yeah, this would be nice to have on vinyl. I know there's been some cool reissues of it, and I just haven't picked one up. Love. Love. Keep it simple like that today. Oh, one more thing. I wanted to say, I've been meaning to, I keep forgetting to say to Bostonian Reggie that, you know, your thread idea of the message in a bottle is unique. I have to be honest, the reason why I haven't done it is because the idea doesn't resonate. I just have to be honest. It's like, do I want to do it? No, and I don't, that's not a diss. It's like, the idea doesn't strike my imagination. It's a good idea though. And now that I'm saying this, maybe it will cause me to follow through on doing it before it's too late. I wanted to say that though. I don't think that I'm making this up, that people would appreciate if I would participate, or that people would like hearing from me. I don't think I'm imagining that. So I do try, but I can't, you know, like I said, I don't want to feel obligated. I want to freely participate, but I also want to honor the fact that people want to hear from me. I mean, that's neat. It's neat to be, that's neat. So I just want to say, Mike, you know, it's a great idea. And if it's not too late, I may follow through, I may not. And along those lines, threads that I don't do, it's not a diss. It's just, not everyone does all the threads, and it's the same for me. Not all the threads strike my interest. All right, guys, have a good one.